a solution for focus synchronizing the Anamorphot 65 with the FUJINON MK lenses.
Cinema 5D at IBC 2018 is brought to you by CVP, your one-stop shop for cine, video, photo, and more. Core SWX, providing the power to create. Cartoni supports your vision. And Manfrotto, imagine more.
Hi, I'm Johnny from Cinema 5D, and I'm here with Andrew from SLR Magic. Andrew, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. So that was a short answer, which actually sounds very positive, and let's move on.
Sure.
I reviewed not so long ago your Anamorphot 65 adapter, which we have right here, the anamorphic adapter,
That's right.
which proved to be quite nice. I really liked it. But one of my main concerns was the way to actually focus the object on the MK lenses. Yeah. I mean, I personally don't like so much to work with your adapter on the 50-135. I prefer the 18-55. But it does matter. For the sake of the matter, focusing was not so easy. I always had to double focus, once with the lens and once with the adapter. Now there is one solution here from PDMovie that actually, not mechanically, but electronically solved the problem. Am I right?
That's correct. So what we've learned over time is there's a mode called Synchronized mode that some follow focus systems support. There are several brands that support this feature, but then a brand that we have been working with, and we've proved that the system works, is by PDMovie. They have a remote Life 3 system where it could synchronize both the larger Anamorphot adapter with gears, as well as the MK lens with gears. They have a different angle of rotation and a different size barrel. So you have to have a system that supports synchronization between two different size and angle lens for that to work. And there's this,
But just to be fair and talk a bit about the market, there are more companies that actually offering the same solution, like Trotzil and others, Teradek.
Right.
What is your opinion about those products?
Because the anamorphic adapter is designed to work with, let's say, a 2.9, 4.0 aperture, because of the depth of field, there's actually a acceptable tolerance. And by just mapping the two endpoints, let's say from 4 feet to infinity, the image is actually in focus. But then if you're really picky about the numbers being accurate because you're actually using it on a field and you need the numbers to be right, Corsair has an Aladdin system that I've heard. I have not tried, but I've heard that you could remap. Right, you could map 16 points manually, and you can have everything right. And another system I heard about is a Teradek RT. They said you can opt for a lens mapping program they have at an extra cost, and it can do the same feature.
Okay, so those other components will be very accurate, but of course at a cost. They're just much more expensive. I think we're talking about the $3,500, $500.
We're talking about $4,000 or $5,000 up. And
the PDMovie?
PDMovie, right now, the system is called PDLF. It comes with a single motor for the focus. But if you buy an extra motor they have, which is called the MX Slave motor, I understand it's a $600 system for the PDLF plus the MX motor, which is $300. So a total of less than $1,000, less than $1,000. You already have this system, which would allow synchronized focusing.
Okay. And again, it's important to say that the synchronization will not be 100% accurate, but good enough for most applications.
Well, I mean, we're using it at the show, and is at IBC, and everyone's very picky about image quality, and people have been impressed.
Okay, good to know. It will be nice to test it and actually see. It's always nice to be impressed personally about this. The PDMovie, how should we call it? Synchronization system?
Just a follow focus system for this purpose.
For the purpose, that will be sub $1,000.
Right.
And your lens, the Anamorphot 65, is
$1,800, which would come with the lens support as well. Because we've noticed without a good lens support, the whole thing rotates with the motor.
I understand. So that's for the complete system.
Right.
Okay, Andrew. I think it's quite clear. I hope it's working well in the field, and it looks like a nice solution. But actually, two more quick questions.
All right.
One, isn't it just possible to make let's call it like a mechanical or like a gear around the lens and around the Anamorphot 65, and then have like a manual bridge to connect those two, and by hand change the focus. That won't work.
Well, actually, it's going to be a very complex system because if it's one-to-one gearing, both lenses rotate at a different angle, so stop in wrong positions. Then you need more gears to make some rings turn faster than the other. And when you buy such a complicated system, the cost might end up being the same as this follow focus system.
Okay, let's try differently. Many of our audience are asking why nobody is moving the whole anamorphic experience or attachment to the front, like something that can be done in between the camera itself and the lens. Is that possible?
Well, I mean, currently the talk about all the character of anamorphic is a front-mounted anamorphic, because when it's front-mounted, you get a lot of character. But once you make a rear-mounted adapter, you still get the compression and the anamorphic ratio, but then you're just getting more of the image in, but then not the compression of the bokeh and the character. So
it's technically might be possible, but when it comes to look and feel, it will be just less anamorphic. That's what you're saying.
I wouldn't say it's less anamorphic. It's still anamorphic. It's just
the look of it.
The look of what people consider anamorphic would be different.
Okay. Good, Andrew. As always, it's very nice to talk to you and learn something new. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.